bought it for us. I should have asked you first.
I love it. Oh my God.
Hey there! Guess what? Rumor has it that a fresh 50 Shades of Grey flick might be hitting Netflix in 2024. Yep, you heard it right. It's time to prep your red rooms. Let's dive into what we've heard so far. So, you know those steamy novels by E.L. James? They made a movie back in 2015, starring Dakota Johnson as Anastasia and Jamie Dornan as the intriguingly messed up Christian Grey. Now, the first movie wasn't exactly Oscar material, and the steamy scenes weren't exactly groundbreaking, but hey, it wasn't a total disaster. That came later with 50 Shades Darker and Freed. Those ones, well, let's just say they didn't quite hit the spot. But hold up, here's the thing. Despite the mixed reviews, all three movies rake it in over $1.3 billion at the box office. Crazy, right? So, the big question is, has Netflix given the green light for more 50 Shades action that goes beyond the original story, or maybe a reboot to right the wrongs of the original trilogy? Netflix has a reputation for rebooting shows, and sometimes they nail it, like with Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? So, who knows, they might take a crack at rebooting the 50 Shades series too? There are some moments from 50 Shades of Grey that fans just can't stop talking about when it comes to Anastasia and Christian. Anna allows the relationship to move too quickly. Christian and Anna's relationship zooms ahead at lightning speed, like, seriously quick. I mean, just think about it. From the moment they first laid eyes on each other to getting engaged, all that happened in less than 6 weeks, which is kinda insane. A big part of why things moved so fast is because Christian kept pushing Anna to take things to the next level. Even when she tried to pump the brakes a bit, he was like a dog with a bone, relentless in his pursuit. But let's not forget, Anna's not entirely innocent either. She totally let things spiral out of control too quickly. Even her friends and fam were raising eyebrows like, "Whoa, slow down." But Anna was all like, "La la la, can't hear you." The thing is, everything seems to work out in the end for them, but in real life, rushing into stuff like that usually ends up messy. Christian proposed at the worst time and in the worst possible way. In 50 Shades Darker, things get super tense when Christian's ex-submissive Layla starts causing trouble for him and Anna. Christian's response? He tries to handle the situation by slipping back into his dominant roleplay with Layla to get her to obey him. Anna's not cool with it at all. She's totally freaked out by seeing this side of Christian in action, especially with another woman right in front of her. And then, to make matters even more complicated, Christian decides to pop the question right after all this drama. Like, seriously? They've only been dating for a hot minute, and Anna's still reeling from the whole Layla situation. It's like he's trying to distract her from the mess they're in by throwing a ring in the mix. But let's be real here, it's a pretty tone-deaf move on Christian's part. Anna's clearly not in the right headspace to be making big relationship decisions, and his proposal just adds more confusion to the mix. Nowadays, we're all about communication and consent, and Christian's approach definitely misses the mark. Christian purchased all of Jose's photographs of Anna in 50 Shades Darker. Anna's buddy Jose has this big art show featuring his photos, including some shots of Anna. But when Christian catches wind of it, he doesn't exactly react like a supportive friend. Instead of just being happy for Jose's big moment, Christian swoops in and buys up all the pics of Anna. And get this, he's not doing it to support Jose's career. He's straight up jealous and possessive. Like, dude, she posed for those photos before she even knew you existed. Christian's using his cash to control the situation without a second thought for Anna or Jose's feelings. And let's face it, that kind of behavior is a major red flag, especially in today's world where we're all about respecting boundaries and treating people with decency. Anna equates love with suffering. They say the road to true love is a bumpy one, and for Anna, it's more like a roller coaster of misery. Sure, A love story without any hurdles would be kind of boring for a movie, but Anna and Christian seem to take it to the extreme. Sure, they have these amazing moments together, but Anna also goes through some seriously tough times. And instead of seeing them as red flags, she's like, oh, this must mean we're really in love. Like, seriously? She's got plenty of examples of healthy relationships around her, but she's stuck on this idea that love equals suffering. Critics of the movie weren't buying it, though. They saw Anna's attitude as less about romance and more about being totally codependent on Christian. And honestly, can you blame them? Anna's job promotion is unrealistic. Okay, so in 50 Shades of Grey, Anna starts off as a college student, right? Then in 50 Shades Darker, she graduates and somehow lands a job at a publishing company. And get this, within just 10 days on the job, she's already promoted to acting editor and rubbing elbows with the big shots. Sure, a lot went down during those 10 days, like her boss getting the boot for assaulting her and her billionaire boyfriend swooping in to buy the company. But here's the kicker. Christian swears up and down that he had nothing to do with her getting promoted. Now, I get it. Movies gotta keep things moving. But come on. A fresh grad going from zero to hero in less than 2 weeks? That's pushing it, even for Hollywood standards. In the real world, that kind of career leap would have people raising more than just eyebrows. It'd have them rolling on the floor laughing. Christian is terrible at explaining BDSM. In 50 Shades of Grey, Christian's whole deal with BDSM is front and center, right? But here's the thing. He's seriously bad at explaining it to Anna, who's totally new to the scene. When Anna's poking around his red room and asks about it, Christian's response to her question about what she gets out of it is basically, "You get me." Like, seriously? That's it? He totally misses the mark by not even suggesting that Anna might actually enjoy BDSM herself. It's all about what pleases him, and that's not cool. Nowadays, we're all about mutual pleasure and consent, especially when it comes to kink. So, it's kind of a letdown that Christian doesn't even broach the subject with Anna. He's gotta step up his game and have some real talk about what they both might be into. Anna gives into Christian's demands. Too often and too quickly. When Anna first crosses paths with Christian at the hardware store in 50 Shades of Grey, she's pretty green and unsure of herself. Setting boundaries with Christian's controlling behavior isn't exactly her forte, and honestly, it's a bummer that she never really improves in that department. Take 50 Shades Darker, for example. Anna needs to go on a work trip, but Christian puts his foot down, and she caves. Not cool, right? And even after they tie the knot in 50 Shades Freed, she's still bending over backward to please him. Like, she decides to keep her maiden name at work, which is totally her call. But the second Christian throws a fit at her office, she folds like a house of cards. Sure, Anna scores a few wins here and there, but she really should have learned to stand her ground better. Just because she's labeled as the submissive in their relationship doesn't mean she can't assert herself and set some boundaries, you know? Thanks for tuning in to our discussion about the potential for more 50 Shades of Grey movies on Netflix. We've covered everything from Anna and Christian's whirlwind romance to the problematic aspects of their relationship dynamics that they can change in a reboot or maybe implement in the fourth movie. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all things entertainment. Until next time, keep it steamy.